Hello, dear viewers, and we're back again right here. Good morning, Kuwait. So today's discussion has focused directly on changing the food pyramid in itself, rearranging food priorities. This change has led us to hear more about the concept of real food and global nutritional trends that advocate a return to basic and real food. Now, to understand this shift more clearly and analyze it from a sound scientific perspective, we are pleased to have with us today Professor Zainab Dashti, a nutritionist that will tell us the story behind the food pyramid change and why the whole world is reconsidering it. So hello Zainab, and how are you, Professor?
Hello, good morning. Thank you for having me today.
Welcome, anytime. So what's happening? I mean, it's been all the rage right now. People are like kind of, a bit nervous about what's happening. The food pyramid is shifted now, upside down.
Yeah, actually it's shifted and it's a dramatic change. You don't have to be nervous, obviously, about it. So it's just take it simple. It's not complicated.
Okay. So where did the origin of this idea came from? Why has it shifted?
Okay. To answer your question, let me just go over. I'll take you a few steps back.
Yeah, sure.
Let's go over the previous pyramids in the past, I would say, 30 years.
Yes.
The first one was introduced in 1995. The pyramid that we all know, it's a pyramid shape.
Yeah.
The base was the carbohydrates or the bread and starch and so. And then it comes to the fruits and vegetables, dairy products, protein, and at the top, the fat and the sugars.
All right.
That's the pyramid that we all know.
Yeah.
But a few years later, they introduced another one. It's the same shape. We call it my pyramid, or they call it my pyramid. It's the same shape, but it was a bit complicated than the other one. The good thing about it, they include the physical activity to the pyramid. So they combine a good food or a good portion size with physical activity.
Very true.
Both of them focus on the quantity, the portion size, not the quality of the food. And then I think in 2015, they changed the whole shape into a plate, and they call it my plate. Okay, it divided the meal into portions as well. All of them are talking about the portion. So protein, carbs, fruits and vegetables, dairy products in a portion. This one was way more easier than the previous one, but still they haven't discussed the quality of food. The new pyramid, the 2026, is the pyramid that we all saw in the last month. It's a pyramid shape, but it's upside down.
Okay.
Okay, so no longer they are considering carbohydrate as a base of a pyramid. It's individualized. It's based on your medical condition, your needs. Every person is different, the needs, in terms of needs. Other things has been changed. How we look at food. Previously, we look at food as number, but now we think of food as a long-term health benefit. We focus more about the quality rather than quantity.
Okay.
The reason why they did all that change because our lifestyle has changed. Our physical activity, less motivation, less. We have like more stress. A lot of things, a lot of factor, a lot of medical condition we start to see it. Previously, it wasn't like that before. So that's why they did that change.
So do you think that this change in your profession, I mean, you've studied it and you've also experienced the old pyramid up until now. Do you think actually, like for example, carbohydrates isn't actually the basis anymore in your preference?
Yes, in my personal preference and what I usually tell my patients or my clients, yes, I prefer previously it was like 6 to 11 serving per individual. And I believe that this might be too much for certain diabetic, insulin resistance, and so I believe that this is too much and should be individualized or customized.
Very true. Now, is changing the food pyramid just a minor adjustment, or is it a radical change in how to understand food and its relationship in a long-term health?
Yes, it is a dramatic change. It is radical. The change is huge, I would say that. We are focusing we're not looking at food. We are looking at health benefits, glycemic control. We are looking at glycemic response. We are looking at the hormones. We are looking at the processing level as well. So we're focusing more into real food.
Yeah.
If you have seen that. Going back to real food, to the simple food, that's what really matters nowadays.
But is it problematic right now to actually label something as real food with all the industries that we have, different food industries, and they're trying to actually push out now quantity more than quality?
The problem is nowadays we are exposing to ultra-processed food way much more than before. So that's the problem that we are facing right now. Prolonged exposing to those kind of food, the processed food, will have a negative impact on our health.
Yeah.
That's a problem. It's not going to happen like I had it today. I'm not going to see the effect today. It's accumulative. Over years and years and years, you will see the inflammation in the body. A lot of metabolic disorders or diseases.
Yeah.
We can see them like on the long run.
Yeah. So in general, how about the GMO foods, like genetically modified ones? I mean, at one point, I do see the point of it because it can actually help us as humans. But did it get to a point where it's actually...
It's actually, I don't believe that.
Okay.
I don't think that this is going to... We can benefit from GMOs. Actually, I'm trying to avoid them.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we don't like it as a clinical dietitians.
Okay.
I prefer the real food. When I say a real food, I mean by it the food that is close to its natural form. Less ingredients. I always recommend if you go to the supermarket, read. Don't look at calories. Just pay attention to the ingredients.
Yeah.
Because that's what really matters. I have 3 rules, by the way.
Yeah.
If the ingredient list is more than 6, just put it back. If the sugar is one of the 3 ingredients, the top 3 ingredients, and then you can just put it back. The third thing is, even if there's a seed oil or vegetable oil in the first three ingredients, put it back.
All right, so now with the shift to the pyramid, how can it actually change or affect globally, actually?
It will have a better impact on our health. It will help us more to plan our meals. Look at the food, look at our plate or our meal. Is it like, are we having enough protein? Are we having a good source of carbohydrate? Is it whole food? Is there any enough fiber? Am I having a good fat? What about added sugar? Is there any added or hidden sugar in my meal? So that's how it affects us by thinking of food as, or being smart about planning our meals.
All right. So now with the abundance of processed and packaged foods that have entered our lives, how does this type of food cumulatively or affect our health without realizing it? I mean, at one point, packaging food was good because you get it on demand, you get it to the house. It had a longer life shelf or refrigerator shelf. But is it affecting us right now?
When we talk about the packed food or a ready food, I will exclude from that the frozen ones.
Okay.
The frozen one, like frozen fruits and vegetables. If we're going to pick any of those, surprisingly, I might say go for it rather than the fresh ones.
Very true, because if you pack it in or freeze it in the peak of its ripeness or season, ripeness, then it's actually good. Yeah.
Yeah, it has the highest nutritional value when it's like at the season and the peak of ripeness as well. And freezing is a natural way to preserve food.
Very true.
Yeah, rather than the canned one. Canned one, you have to add chemicals, you have to add preservatives and a lot of things. But freezing food, you don't have to add any of those. You just store the food or keep it the way it is by freezing, by lowering the temperature.
All right, so now prioritizing protein in everyday meal has become a fundamental recommendation in modern dietary guidelines. Now we want to understand its importance to the body and why it has become so critical or crucial.
Yeah, there's a huge change in the protein recommendation. I don't know if you look at it. Previously, it was 0.8 per kilogram
Okay, yeah.
The recommendation. Now it's 1.2 to 1.6. As an example, if my weight is 50 kilograms, previously the recommendation was around 40 grams per day of protein.
Yes.
Nowadays, the recommendation 1.2 to 1.6, that means 60 to 80. So you see the big difference.
But isn't basically taking the recommended protein, let's say grams, which, for example, me, I take on a daily basis 30. That's what is good for me, and I do get 60, but not on one shot. So I get, like in the morning, I drink 30 grams of protein, and then in the evening before sleeping, I would take another 30. But as I know that if you have more proteins in your body, then you're actually losing weight. It's like for losing because you're keeping your metabolism working.
It's not that way. It might be right, but not directly.
Okay.
Yeah. The protein, the reason why they increase the protein requirement, protein is good for muscle, maintain muscle mass.
Yes, of course.
As you know, with the age of 30 or 40, the muscle decline.
Yeah. That's why most dietitians will advise you to have more eggs. Eat eggs every day, 3 or 4 eggs in the morning.
Plant-based protein, animal protein, a combination of those.
Yeah.
The thing is, after the age 30 and 40, there's a decline.
Yeah.
Yeah. By approximately 0.5% to 1% a year.
I'm feeling it right now.
So you need to make it up. You have to have more protein just to compromise. Yeah.
All right. So since opinions always differ on the topic of protein, what is the difference between animal and plant protein?
Okay. When it comes to protein, there is animal protein. Of course, we know beef, chicken, poultry, and so fish. And usually those animal protein are complete protein. What do I mean by that? There is 20 essential amino acids. Most of the animal protein has all those essential amino acids that your body cannot make it by itself. It has to be from food.
Yeah.
The problem with the plant-based protein does not have all the 20 amino acids, so you have to combine.
Which is the essential amino acids. Yeah.
Yes, so you have to combine with them.
All right, cool. Do you have any last advice for our dear viewers? Also with the topic of today that the pyramid is going to be shifted, should they be worried about it? How can they actually start their day right from starting today? How can they shift from the old pyramid to the new one?
Okay, my recommendation is just keep things simple. Don't complicate things, and don't look at food in terms of calories. Calories is less important. I'll give you a quick example. On the right hand, I have a chocolate bar. On the left hand, I have a piece of chicken, 200, 200. The effect of those two is different in our body. So you have to select or pick the food that really benefit your body. This one, the chocolate bar will, it's 200 and 200, but this one, it will increase the craving. Yeah. It will spike the blood sugar, but the other one will give me a stabilized blood sugar and will increase the satiety. So that's the most important thing, to focus on the quality of food. So
as they say, you are what you eat, basically.
Exactly.
And they have to choose it perfectly.
Yes.
Anyways, thank you so much, Professor Zainab, and we hope to see you soon again. Thank you so much for this very insightful information about food dietary and so on.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, dear viewers, we want to thank Professor Zainab Dashti, Chief Clinical Dietitian, and the score message of the event that is covered by the private bank under its corporate promise, Bank for Life, and as one of the leading banks in innovation, is constantly committed to delivering distinctive and forward-thinking achievements. Through its collaboration with Suffix, the leading sports events management in the GCC, this private bank has created a platform that evolves every year and supports as a different sport in its community in Kuwait, whether equestrian, sports, paddle, or the other sports in the future. Through this initiative, they aspire to collaborate with both government and private entities to provide a space that serves Kuwait athletes while stimulously offering an enjoyable public experience. Now, the goal is to bring together a sport and entertainment at the highest standards while contributing to the promotion of the tourists in the state of Kuwait. So let's see this great report, and we'll be right back right after this.